In the Bible, we are commanded to be sober. Can we take any medications if it has side effects that make us not sober? For example, cough syrups, painkillers, morphine. All right, so the person said, I know that the general answer is we apply principles, and if a person is sick, we still ought to preserve life. But my question would be, what gives the authority to us that in some situations we must be sober, in some situations we are allowed to take drugs which result in drowsiness? Is it just common sense or just a general practice? All right, so what do you think? You understand the question, right? So can we take painkillers, syrups, morphine, because that makes us not sober, that makes us a bit drowsy, if not very drowsy? So why is it that it's okay when it's a person that is sick to preserve life? What gives us the authority that this one is okay, right? Other cases, not okay. How do you answer? We ask the young ones, all right? Teens. How come so few teens? Teens. Maggie teen, right? Maggie teen. All right, what do you think? Your Christian friends ask you, Maggie, I know that you don't believe in drinking alcoholic beverages, but your dad administers morphine into people, and your dad gives people painkillers and cough syrups. Your dad is naughty. How would you answer the person? Why is it okay? Why when your dad does it, it's okay? Okay, look, I picked the right one. He said, yeah, I know. So you say if get better, then it's okay. Then other times it's not okay. Well, now it is what it is. All right? Preserving life, getting better, preserving life. And when a person is sick, it is what it is. Now it's the principle that we apply the same way as we apply the Sabbath. Now turn to Mark chapter 2. Well, the person is sick. He needs it to get better. So Mark chapter 2. Okay, Mark chapter 2, 23 to 24. Let's read together. Mark chapter 2, 23 to 24. And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields in the Sabbath day, and his disciples began as they went to pluck the ears of the corn. And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they do on Sabbath day that which is not lawful? All right. Now, then Christ answered in verse 25, and he said unto them, Have ye never read what David did when he had need and was an hungered, and they were with him? Now, here in verse 27, Christ says, the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Now, what was Christ teaching them? The principle of, now, what is needed for life? All right? For life. Now, we should not use this for excuses. After we'll see that, right? Now, then there is another one, Mark 3, 4 to 5, all right? Mark chapter 3, 4 to 5. They're hungry, they're faint. Chapter 3, verse 4 to 5, reading. And he saith unto them, Is it lawful to do good on Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace, all right? So here they held their peace. They knew they can't answer that, all right? To preserve life, to save life, it is not an evil thing, right? To allow life to end up in death or severe danger, now that is not the principle, okay? So there is a principle. So the person asks, now, on what authority do we say that it's okay for the person to take something that will make the person not sober? On what authority? Well, this is the authority, all right? The principle is, well, preserve life, care for life, save life, all right? So those are principles that are not wrong. So there's one way we can apply this. Now, but even medical science, all right, is wise enough to say, now this is not a blanket approval to do as you wish. I remember when I had when I went for a colonoscopy, and then they had to put me under GA, right? And then when I woke up, they waited very long for me to be a bit more sober, right? From the drowsiness of the general anesthesia that make me not clear in mind. Then one of the things that they repeatedly said to Sharon and me is, in the next, I think it was 24 hours, in the next 24, was it 48 hours, you are not supposed to sign any legal documents, right? Even they acknowledge that. We administer this to you because it's needed, right? But we are not saying that, well, there's nothing you need to worry about. Even they are aware that when you're under this, you need to be very conscious that you should not drive, you endanger other people's lives, you should not sign any contracts, right? Because you're not clear in your mind. And even for morphine, right, is works of mercy, it's only for extreme cases of pain, right? It's not like everybody asks for morphine, you get it. Colin, can I have some morphine? You say no, right? Are you like in so much pain, right? Your pain is 11 out of 10, that kind of thing. So it's after a severe operation. Now I remember even for me, right, after my major operation, I had this morphine. It stuck to me, and it's like this little dispenser, and then morphine gets into you. It relieves the pain. It's so painful, right? It's like, wow, you think you can go tick, 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 tick all the time and go high? No, it's limited. It's limited, they tell you, right? How many pumps, all right? You control yourself. You know yourself. So it is also not like just without any constraint, right? So example of that. And so on painkillers, cough syrups, you have to exercise some of this understanding. It's not just because it's okay, then everything is fine. Even in those boxes they will put, right? Cough syrup, painkillers, we say, well, if you drive, don't take this. Take this at night when you're going to sleep, all that kind of things. So on what principle? Yes, the principle is there in the scriptures, but it is not a warrant to just take it and be addicted to it, right? Use it like an addiction and give an excuse. I'm not well, right? A little pain, I need morphine, that kind of thing. Right? So the Christian should be honest about that. Now, what are some spiritual lessons to learn? Now, should we say that a Christian should always take syrups, cough medicine, painkillers? You have a cough, just take, that kind of thing. Doesn't mean that we should just tell Christians, there's nothing wrong, just take. Howard, what do you think? Your son has some cough, take. You understand my question? No. Why no? Sometimes what? Sorry? So let your body fight it. Cough. Okay. Okay. Don't know whether your son watching this or not. Benedict, no, not Benedict. Kelvin. Not Kelvin. Nathan. You don't understand the question. That's the easiest way out. Not enough time, so I ask another one who understands the question. Susan. There might be spiritual reasons why you may not encourage. Say again? Okay. Exercise what? Human responsibility. Oh, exercise human responsibility, since we learned that this morning, right? All right, so check, are you honest? Right? Now, yes, to a big extent, exercise human responsibility. Now, although these things are is sanctioned for sickness, preservation of life, need for medical help and all that is there, but we should exercise human responsibility. In what sense? For example, now I hear of some people who used to be very addicted to some of this medication, they use it, right? In younger days, they use it to get high. They can't get drugs, so they use some of this to get high, right? And now, if you're such a one who have that problem, addiction to some of the, you used to abuse these things, now then you have to exercise carefulness, right? I hear of people who used to be ex-drug addicts, right? Some of them, they are very afraid of some of this medication. It brings back a lot of what they used to sense, that they were used to be addicted to. So you say, I'd rather have cough, you know, unless I'm going to die of a cough. If it passes, it will pass, right? So sometimes people may feel, you know, I'd rather not, because it conjures out a lot of those things, and I'm afraid that I start to abuse these things again, right? So you don't say, no, the principle is this, just take. Sometimes we have to be, we also have to exercise wisdom and understanding as an individual, exercise human responsibility, all right? We should not also go to the other extreme, right? Human responsibility, you're in severe pain, all right? And then you just like, Howard, just take it, let the body heal by itself, all right? That kind of thing. I'm just kidding, all right? I know what you mean, all right? Sometimes it's good, just let it heal instead of everything turn to something that now you become to be addicted to it. You cannot sleep, pop in sleeping pills, just keep popping sleeping pills, and then you become addicted. I think that's what you mean, right? Learn to pray, learn to trust in God, learn to overcome these things also, and not just expose yourself to unnecessary potential of some of this abuse of substance, right? So that's all I can say about this. I hope it helps the person have some understanding. So these things are not sinful. Exercise your responsibility and be honest that it is truly needed, okay? All right, so that's all the time we have for today. I hope that some things are established. Now, let us all turn to God in prayer. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts, what church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now, please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from